Davey VTV, and first things first, giving credit where credit is due. Job well done to the Gates, New York Police Department, the New York State Police, and the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office for quick work. That's right. They quickly located and arrested not one, not two, but 3 teens involved in a knife-point robbery today in Gates, New York, of a mother of a newborn infant. And look at the screen. Remember these 2 losers, these cowards who executed a man several months ago? I covered it here on Davey VTV. This is Anthony Jacobs and Edgar Tolentino. And they have since been captured and will stand trial soon. But it's like deja vu, because it's all happening again with teens involved in violent armed robberies in the same town. That's right, Gates, New York. And again, for those of you watching who are not in the Rochester, New York area, Gates, New York is a town right next to Rochester, New York. Basically, in essence, it's a suburb of Rochester, New York. And this is happening all over again. Lack of supervision, just lack of morals, just parents completely failing at being parents. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Absolutely disgusting. And again, good work to all the agencies that I mentioned involved. The Gates, New York Police Department, the New York State Police, and the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office. Let's roll the video.
Police say 2 14-year-olds and a 3rd juvenile have been taken into custody after a knife-point robbery led to a police chase and crash in Gates. The police chief there calling for greater parental supervision, and this scenario is something that the region is no stranger to. Christian Garzone joins us live now in Gates with more. Christian.
Well, Allie, that Gates woman was robbed at knife point at her home in the area somewhere here. We don't know the exact location of that, but over my shoulder here is where they caught that 3rd youth after the car crash. I'll step out of the way so you can see it here. But back to the robbery. A call was made presumably by the woman, and police were able to locate the getaway vehicle in question. The car, police say, was previously stolen, and we don't know if the house they robbed was a random or a targeted robbery. And we don't know yet if anything was actually stolen from the woman's home. State police eventually tracked down the car, and the car went off the road on the 531 entrance ramp. State police say after the car crash, 2 14-year-olds were taken into custody immediately. The 3rd youngster fled on foot, prompting school lockout protocols to be activated at nearby Gates Chili High School, the middle school, and Neil Armstrong Elementary School. Helicopters were put in the air and canines hit the ground to find the 3rd juvenile, again here about an hour and a half later after police went looking for him. The Gates chief, James Van Brederode, says a situation like this is something they've seen play out already this year multiple times. He's calling for more parental involvement to stop incidents like this.
I'd like to thank the community for their patience, and the community who called in to report a suspicious person in their backyard, which led to the capture over here on Wegman Road. I can tell you preliminary, the car is stolen, and again, this involves juveniles, which is very disturbing and upsetting that once again we're sitting here dealing with unsupervised kids. It's a weekday, they're not in school. We've seen this many times this summer, and you know, it's a plea from the police. I can tell you as parents, if you have a juvenile, somebody at that age, right, we need to have parental involvement to stop this chaos that's going on in our community, right, in the city, out here in the suburbs. And this is just yet another case where we have kids that are not being supervised, they're not in school, they're driving around in a stolen car.